in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows. There's a man with a passion that everybody knows. He's got a collection that'll make you stare. Vintage pocket knives laid with tender care.
Howdy, howdy everybody. Happy Tuesday. HT's EDC coming at you from the back patio once again. And this little nose, you want to get on camera? This little nose you see is Abby here, sticking in the left side of the lens there. There's Miss Maddie. And we're out here ready for another one, folks. Thought today was going to be a pretty easy stay home day. We've been going and blowing with my wife's therapy. Well, yesterday she's going to therapy for two different things right now, going to physical therapy. So it was her very first appointment yesterday, fairly locally, and when I say locally for us, it's like 35 minutes away. So we went to her first appointment for that physical therapy, and lo and behold, their wires got crossed and they do not do what she needs here locally, still 35 minutes away, and we're going to have to go to Little Rock for all those physical therapy sessions. So now today, which was supposed to be an off day from both physical therapies, we're on the road to Little Rock here in a few hours. So I might as well just get a second home or rent a month of hotel. I don't know. I might as well get a second residence in Little Rock, which, when I say locally 35 minutes away, was where we thought we were going. Little Rock is two hours plus, like 2 hours and 15 minutes away one way. So yeah, every time we go to that physical therapy, basically you got 5 hours of driving round trip. So happy joy, but it's for my wife. She needs it. It's a means to an end. I'm not complaining. Well, I am complaining about the drive, but it is what it is. So we'll be hitting the road here in a few hours again today. But anyway, let's get right off into it and do a what you totin'. And you know how we start our what you totes off with. We started off with our little pocket Jesus and our pocket prayer cross. That is in our left pocket. Also the Nissan truck fob, the Streamlight micro stream flashlight, back pocket, usual suspect, open sea leather wallet, challenge coin, put on the full armor of God. We got our little kitty drink out here to wet the whistle this morning. The Kool-Aid Jammer, grape flavor, that my little squirrel hunting buddy left behind. So we are drinking them up. Only 5 calories per little pouch. And they ain't too bad. Not too bad. Got my shades out here. If that sun, which is just fixing to probably do, if it peeks over this housetop here, I'll have to transition to the shades, which are prescription, by the way. I wear these a lot of places and eat, and people kind of give me some crazy looks during the day, like, I wonder why does he think he's cool? Actually, they're prescription, and I can't read the menu or whatever without them. So they're for sun and for my peepers to be able to read with. What else? Our what you totin' knife is also, this is day 11 of the old Parker. And the old Parker clasp knife. And yes, I am in stage 4 claspititis now. It has been officially diagnosed. I'm ate up with it, and I don't believe there's any other cure than to get more of them. Looks like the diagnosis going forward is just to buy more. So I showed you that one, and I talked about the other day that I clear coated 2 knives when I got on my little, I was challenged by a buddy to see what, how they would turn out. And I said, okay. And this is number 2. If I can get me some sunshine to hit it. Now, when I wished it would pop out over the house, it really don't. But you can probably see there's some good gloss on that. This is the amber bone full-size trapper that I did a burn on, and after we put the burn on this one and that clasp knife, we clear coated them. So does have a really good sheen. I wish I had some light here to show that off a little better, but maybe it's coming through. But so far so good. Again, I said you got to be a stickler. You do not want to get polyurethane down in your liners, down in your pivot. That's going to be a nightmare. So we did not, as I guess I could show you, actions are fine. But one of the other things someone brought up is, and especially on Stag, he said that clear coating or polyurethane will potentially dry out Stag. Okay. I knew there was some potential pitfalls. We'll see. So far so good. This is bone. The clasp knife is Stag. Honestly, drying out, I guess that would mean it would get more brittle, be easier to crack or break. Well, I know in bone, if I were to drop this on this concrete floor right now, if I bobbled and dropped this, I got a 50% chance of bone cracking anyway. It's pretty fragile. Stag is a little hardier. I mean, that is from antler, and that stuff is tough. If you've ever, deer hunters ever had to saw off a set of antlers, it is stout. So I don't know. I will be man enough if I've made a big mistake, 3 months, 6 months from now, it's flaking off, or I notice it's getting, it's cracking or whatever. I don't know what it would do. I guess be prone to cracking on that Stag if that's true, because I think he said, you covering up the pores of it and you're not letting it breathe. Like I said, trying something new, and it is what it is. If I messed up, I will absolutely man up and say, do not do this, what I did, but I sure am liking the look of them right now. All right. If you've seen my short video this morning, I did this knife that I'm going to show you on a short a little earlier. This is another knife, and this is Stag. We are Stagorific again this morning. Another knife that's came into me, and I may put in those same videos. Matter of fact, I think I will. The before and after of this knife, because when it came into me, it was kind of really a light brownish gray. The Stag was just not the center part was not to my liking. Wasn't near the contrast that I wanted to see. So we got out the old torch again, and we did this to it. Check out. I think think you guys will say we're matching up pretty good now. And this is another trapper. full-size trapper. Matter of fact, I'll show you them side by side. Two different manufacturers. Good old Case right here, and we have Smith Wesson. This is a Smith Wesson full-size trapper, and this is full stag. So get this thing open here. There we go. Love this kind of thicker. This spey blade reminds me, and you Case fans will know, my hat's looking all cattywampus here. Out here, there we go, a little better. My head ain't level. But you Case fans may remember the old 70s, 60s and 70s spey blade on the trapper, and they are different. Don't argue with me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you take a today's trapper like your 2020s, and you go back and you look at the spey blades on, say, the 60s and 70s, they actually have a little bit of a swedge on top of them, and they're a tad bit broader than the models today. And I can show you what I'm talking about on that spey blade, because I have one out here. Bear with me. Not quite, can you see? Not quite as thick, and there is no swedge on the today's trappers. So like I said, this one here harkens me back a little bit, and there's no swedge on this one, so but it is a little broader on this Smith & Wesson. But check out those slabs of Stagola there. Nothing cheap about it. It concaves. They've done a little cutout, you know, right here in the center of the handles, and they're kind of, then they thicken back up toward the bolsters. I think that's pretty cool. Makes for a good grip. But yeah, if you we're gonna throw those pictures in here pretty soon, and if you can take a look at what we got now, nice and dark, you can kind of see that cross grain in there. They've jigged this stag a little bit, kind of with some horizontal lines, but we'll put in that before and after pic like right now. All right, so by now you should see how this knife came, and that wasn't doing it for me. So we put the torch to it, and this is what we got now. But anyway, let you look at these tang stamps. We got Smith & Wesson here on the old clip point, and actually all of the writing is on the clip point. We have hammer forged here on the back, nickel silver bolsters, and this spey blade is completely sterile. There is no marking, no etching, no stamping, anything on the spey blade. All your inflammation and well, there's no billboarding, but all your tang stamp, Smith & Wesson and hammer forged is on the clip point. Looks like we got, that looks nickel silver to me also. Looks like we have nickel silver pins, 3 of them, and nickel silver kind of pewterish shield there, S&W shield on that. That looks pretty cool with that kind of dark background and the little S&W in silver. And for the liners were brass. So nickel silver on everything but the liners. Liners is in brass, as you can see on the back side as well. But yeah, just a cool knife. This is what it looks like in hand, just nice and natural. I still have probably 2/3 of the bolster in the back, and if I choke up here to the finger guard, I got more than a bolster. Plenty of room on this knife. 4 1/8 inch long, same exact dimensions of the case. So, but yeah, got this one from my buddy, my brother from another mother, and I don't think he minds me telling. He had it for sale, so I bought this off of brother Ed Costa, Legacy Knives, creator of the Maglock. My good buddy, this is one he had that he put on his web page for sale, and I hopped on it. So he knows I like some Stag, and he roped me in with it, and glad he did. Just check out that spey blade. Don't that look good? I know some of you guys don't like spey blade, but man, when they're executed right. And I like these. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the tips of the Camillus, like the the cartridge series or whatever. Those equal end moose rats. You know what I'm talking about? That spey blade that's on the opposing end of the moose rat, nice and broad, and kind of has a nice defined point, kind of like a spear point and a spey blade had a baby. I love those blade shapes, and this one kind of reminds me of that too. Got just a little bit of a cut off on top, or you know, that could easily be a spey blade, but they crop it off just a little. You know, you still got to say a spear point. It could be a spear point, but with that little crop off at the top, you know, it's definitely a spey blade. But again, kind of looks like a spear and a spey had a baby, and I like it. I love that blade shape. But just a good feeling knife in hand. Walk and talk. There's no half stops on this one, but I'll let you listen. No problem. No problem. Good snap. Going into full open. Nice. Everything locks up good. Just an awesome Stag full-size trapper that I'm pretty proud to own. So anywho, that's what I got for you today. So yep, these were my 2 projects here. Again, give me a little light and it would be a little more impressive. There you go. You can see it there, that sheen on this clasp knife. And there we go, maybe a little more getting in there on this trapper. But we're gonna see how bone and Stag hold up to a coating. So we'll find out together. Anywho, getting all marble mouthed, my Kool-Aid jammer to the rescue. We're gonna sit out here and finish this, and won't be too long. We got to get on the road here to Little Rock. Y'all want me to sing that for you? Yeah, you probably don't, but I think that's a country song. But we're gonna get on the road to Little Rock here in a little while and get Miss T up to her physical therapy, and Lord willing and the creek don't rise, we'll do all this tomorrow. I'm HT. I love you. God bless.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests, it's a sight to see. HT